And previous to meeting him, the only person I'd ever met really in my life that was experiencing this, because consciousness recognizes consciousness, and I was drawn to this individual, was a homeless guy who named Javi, who roamed around the beach where I lived, and he was the most beautiful soul that I'd ever met. And he was always in a state of joy and peace. And he had a dog named Mr. Wrinkles, a Shar-Pei dog named, and they walked around together, and they were homeless, and he played his guitar, an old guitar, and he played House of the Rising Sun, and it's the only song he knew. And he would tell crazy stories of traveling around the world, and I don't know if any of it was true, but none of it mattered. And he was homeless. And but when you were in Javi's presence and he would share with you, whether he was telling his stories or playing his guitars, you were in just a state of wonder. And so you could call this enlightenment, or you could call this just being human. It's our natural human state, which is fully divine and fully human at the same time. And so somebody like Javi, you may have heard of Jesus Christ or the Buddha, or, Yogananda or Babaji, or, the ascended masters. And for me, Javi, he's in that category. But Javi was somebody that nobody would ever pay any attention to, And then Javi actually, I'm digressing a little bit because this story is so powerful. Javi I met a couple years before the meditation teacher showed up. So I was already getting, and I used to have him stay in my home, and we would go get stew and eat stew for a few days. And it's a long story, but Javi, a few years after I started to meditate and open up, Javi came to me one day in tears, and he said that animal control took his dog away, and then he wound up passing away of an aneurysm in front of Starbucks one day, actually, and that was perfect. That was perfect. They took his dog away, the love of his life, and then he had an aneurysm and just transitioned. We don't actually die. We actually are like the cord, the vibratory cord that's never struck. It has no beginning, no ending, no birth, no death. Just keeps going, right? And that's what we are.